Welcome back to another episode of Weeble Slice. So today we actually switching it up a little bit. What we're going to be discussing is Winter 2024 anime and who are the winners. Every anime that we're going to mention for us personally is relatively an A or an S class anime, and if it's up there, that means we highly recommend this particular show. So is there anything you want to say before we get right into it?
Nah, let's speak about it.
So as you can see the list, right? First thing first. Do you actually agree with this list?
Do I agree with it? I haven't seen Apothecary Diaries. Man, I can't even talk. But I haven't seen that one. But everything else on this list I've seen. So for the most part, yes.
So I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about Dangers in My Heart because you always rave about this show a lot.
I mean, I have to say, it is probably the best rom-com anime of the winter. It's a really good story, really good character development, not just between the two main characters, but some of the side characters as well. It makes you get invested into it a little bit more, and it's one of the only shows that I believe through Andy Trends has won like every week being like number one. No, it was Anime Corner every week. It was number one. So shout out to Anime Corner.
I did see that. I watched the first season, most of it anyways, and I did see a snippet because it was floating around on social media that he finally admitted, or they both admitted to each other that they love each other.
So,
but
I have to watch the final episode, but for the most part, it's really good.
So do you recommend? You obviously recommend this show.
If you're into rom-com slice of life anime, then yes. If not, then it's not for you.
Well, number two for me is either my number one, number two. To be honest with you, because Farron is good as hell. I'm gonna get right to the point. Farron is amazing. Definitely
it reminds me of To Your Eternity, just because the premise of the whole anime is life after death, pretty much, and her being affected by everyone around her passing away and leaving something behind for the next generation is really what it comes down to.
And they basically they kind of hinted at it because since they elves and they live so long, they think like the next musician that's going to be musicians, person who actually magicians are actually going to be humans, is going to be the most powerful, not elves. So I think it's a very good watch. It's about 25 episodes, so it went from last year to this year, and I think it's a highly recommended anime for me personally. But you can talk about the next show and why you think it deserved to be on this top 10 list, or top 5 for that matter.
Well, Seventh Time Loop is really good. I would say it's an A anime, and it pretty much deals with a woman who has died 6 times. She's on her 7th time, and she's trying to get it right and prevent herself from dying and figure out why the world that she's in keeps going to war. So I think that it's really good. And it's a different spin because she falls in love with the prince, the man who's supposed to kill her, who's killed her 6 times. So it is definitely interesting. I highly recommend watching it. And the final episodes was this week, so it's really good.
Now, this is a personal favorite of mine as well. I talked about this on multiple occasions. One of our best performing videos to this channel to this date, and and the king have all different type of wives. So she come in and she healing different type of people. It's a lot of different plot twists that's going on. People getting killed, people dying. It's just so good. And then the guy that's really there, like I don't want to say an antagonist, but he's the guy. He's really attractive guy. He get all the ladies, all of them. But he don't like them because they just give him unwanted attention. Like he don't really do nothing to get it. So he like, I really don't care for y'all. That really offer me in value. But he come across the main protagonist, and she actually put makeup on her face to make herself look uglier than what she really is because she don't want unnecessary attention. That's why she got kidnapped in the first place. And you can see their relationship progress throughout the show and how he helped her out and how she returned value in return. And it's just a great show overall. So highly recommend. Definitely A-class type of anime.
Okay. Obviously, Solo Leveling. Enough said. Next. I'm not even going to talk about it.
We did enough about Solo Leveling, but you guys let us know. Do you agree? Do these anime actually deserve to be on this top 5 list? And actually, have you seen it? And what's your perspective on this particular anime? Because for the anime shows I did see on the list, they definitely deserve to be on the top 5 in my personal humble opinion.
Well, we also can't forget Classroom of the Elite. That's also enough said. If you don't know, now you know. Need to watch it.
Okay, since you want to bring it up, I do want to give one honorable mention. This is not an A-class anime. It's not an S-class anime. It's a B-class anime straight through, and it's Smash. And we talked about this previous a lot as well. But I like the show. It's like one of the show just kill some time a little bit, but it's not going to wow you at all. But it's a really steady pace show, and I gotta get a shout out to that intro. That intro is just straight fire. And that's all I have to say to that.
Well, you guys let us know down in the comments. What did you think about the list? Was there anything we didn't mention that you think should have been on the list? Oh, excuse me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
And as always, we are Weeaboo Slice, and we are out.